Hi everybody. A lot of you have been emailing asking what it's like to live here in Singapore. I've tried to blog about little interesting things as I find them, but for some things it just seems better to show you. So here's my mini documentary on Singapore's Hungry Ghost Festival. Traditional Chinese belief has it that during the 7th lunar month, the gates of hell are opened and all the spirits are let loose to wander the earth. While they're out, they can cause a lot of mischief for the living. Now, first off, don't get this confused with the Christian idea of hell. It's not the souls of the sinners escaping their eternal punishment. As far as I can tell, it's basically the spirit of everyone who has passed on, good or bad, unless they've been reincarnated. So it includes your own ancestors who require your support. See, let me back up. I just want to fill you in on a basic concept here. The Chinese concept of filial piety extends to the afterlife. That's what those small altars are for that you might see in people's houses. And that's what the paper offerings are for that maybe you've seen in a Chinese grocery store. For instance, the hell money, which is paper money, not actual currency, but it's paper money, it looks like money. And the idea is you burn the paper money and it goes into the spirit world for your dear grandpa or grandma to use. And they have paper offerings for everything you think they might need. Clothes, watches, Mercedes, houses, phones, even maids, which is really trippy if you ask me. Does that mean you burn the maid and create the soul of a new person in the afterlife? I don't know, maybe it's just an automaton. Oh well, this all relates to the Hungry Ghost Festival. The Hungry Ghost Festival is part of Chinese tradition, but the Chinese community here in Singapore swing it a little different than their cousins in China or Taiwan. While in other parts of Asia, families will kind of observe the 7th lunar month on their own. Here in Singapore, the community organizes and does it all together. For example, this is what you call an HDB flat. That stands for Housing Development Board, and it's public housing that's become the bedrock of Singapore society. HDB flats aren't just standalone housing units. They're whole little villages. This is what they call a wet market, and they're strategically scattered throughout all the HDB developments. It's got a lot of stalls where you can buy fruits, veggies, fresh fish and meat, and dried goods, all the essentials. This particular wet market is one of the communities that puts on an event for the Hungry Ghost Festival, and I was lucky enough to be invited to check it out. This is the tent that they set up between the wet market and the car park. It has altars and offerings for a lot of purposes. This table with 12 bowls of rice and food is set out for the 8 immortals. I don't know why there's 8 of them, but they need 12 bowls, but I'm working on it. Oh, and by the way, Westerners, I think now's a good time to point out something that might come in handy. See the sticks of incense sticking up? That's a way of offering the rice to the dead, or in this case, the 8 immortals. So this is why you should never stick your chopsticks into your rice bowl in a Chinese restaurant or someone's house, okay? It looks like an offering for the dead, so it's just not kosher, so don't do it. This is Uncle Tan. He and Uncle Chuan are 2 of the main dudes around here. Right now, Uncle Tan is dropping these kidney-shaped dice-type things to determine who will have the responsibility of organizing next year's festival. They pick a person's name, and if the 2 halves land one facing up and one facing down, then that means it's approved. It looks like this guy will be doing it next year. There are other offerings for all the different ghosts who might be around. My favorite is the stuff under here. See, the ghosts are mostly from an earlier time, when opium was still widespread, so we don't want to forget any spirits who might be looking for their stuff. And ghosts with gambling problems aren't left out either. Now this awesome looking figure here is the King of Ghosts. He's a pretty powerful guy. He is invoked to come out and act like the policeman who will come around and keep the rest of the ghosts in line so they don't play any nasty pranks on you. Later in the evening, all the members of this community come together for a kick-ass catered dinner and have a good time, and they also do stuff for charity. This is the part that's really uniquely Singaporean. There's also a thing called the Ge Tai, which is a stage show of pop songs and stuff designed to entertain the spirits as well as the audience. But Uncle Chuan said they had to stop holding those because some of the young kids got a little too rowdy. Other places still have them, so maybe I'll post some footage in the future. While everyone's having a great time, they hold an auction of an odd assortment of things. A lot of them are designed to garner good luck and fortune for the coming year. The money raised goes towards paying for the next year's festivities. All in all, it's a pretty great cultural event. I've got to thank Uncle Chuan and Uncle Tan for their hospitality, and I'm happy to say no ghostly pranks have been reported.